Hello and thank you for watching. Let's play some more Total War Rome 2 in our Roman Ascension campaign. We are in the second part of the Battle of Genua. Well, technically the third part because I did a... well, no, I didn't do a deployment video, did I? So yes, this is part 2. My bad. And we have an indecisive Insubris armies here. They're kind of trying to figure out what they want to do. Well, since they're being so indecisive, I'm going to move my men right into the heart of their city. Because they can't do anything about it. And then Team 1 here is also going to be right in the heart of the city. We're going to have them haul it. So here's what we're going to do with this. We're going to have this army, the large army that came in reinforcements that I said I wasn't going to use. I just have them now on the march. Slow, deliberate march. Now we show them Roman courage.
Our hidden units have been discovered.
They're referring to these here. We're going to go ahead and move out this way and see if we can distract their cavalry a bit. Oh, okay.
General is under attack.
Those are not your everyday cavalry. I'll go ahead and turn and fight. Why not?
General!
Since those are distracted, I'm going to charge in with the horses on the tribesmen here.
Advance! We have discovered the enemy's hidden units.
They're already running. They're not happy about their chances. Alright, so this is going well. They're running. I'm going to bring my other horses in to flank this general unit because my other horses are not doing well against him. These are noble horsemen. Also notice what's happened here. We've taken control of Genua. We moved in while they weren't even looking. So their general is wavering, and now he's running. We're going to continue because we want to finish off that general. So we did lose some cavalry. That's never good. Oh, they're running away into my army. That's interesting. Games are funny sometimes. Look at this kamikaze charge.
The enemy general is
dead. Enemy general's dead. Interesting. They're just throwing themselves at me because they have nowhere to run. That's interesting. So we've completely taken control of Genua. We've finished off the enemy general. And I want to make sure these units don't survive here. I've just ordered an entire army there to chase them down. So that's what they're doing. The army's not even particularly spent, nor did I lose any of my main... I lost cavalry, but notice, my foot units, all of them, are still at full strength. You guys need to run to catch up with them, please. Alright, so now they've got spears being thrown at their backs. Should be over relatively quickly. There's 3 of 1 unit left. Alright. That is satisfactory for me. We're going to quit the battle. Only lost 55 men of... So we lost 1%, roughly, of our force. I'm not thrilled with it. That's more men than I wanted to lose, particularly because they were cavalry, and cavalry are powerful. Especially in a defensive battle, I need them to... Well, actually, if you remember what happened when the Syracusans tried to retake Syracuse, my cavalry were very useful. Because they were able to kind of harass the army as it approached and really do a lot of damage before they even got close. And so that battle never turned into anything. Alright. So we captured 145 men. We're going to occupy Genua. Looks like the fleet ran away. Don't know how that happened. Alright. Spurius has leveled up, which is good. Oh no, the force is leveled up, which is even better. Let's give them some additional damaging ability. That's just handy. I just want them as close to the city as possible. You guys are still building, right? Okay. Ooh, and it looks like I can expand here in Italia. I want to expand Neapolis. Because Neapolis is further south, it's more concentrated in the center. I really want a lot of income coming from the middle. I'm gonna actually, I think I'm going to build, I'm just so that the central area here has the ability to recruit really well. I'm building another field of Mars. I'll show you what that means as it continues to build. So anyway, we now have, it looks like the Massilians, which is a Greek faction that settled this area. I don't remember what city Massalia corresponds to in the modern day. I'll have to look that up. But they're here, and as you can see, it's a whopping, it's a big old city. It's a Greek colony out here. Real thing, really happened. And they also control Tolosa over here. So we can trade with them now, if we wanted to. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and set that up. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. They like that I went to war with the Insubris peoples. They actually, looks like they're...
Be welcome here, and speak as you wish, without... Your words
Awesome.
bring satisfaction to the gods and to my people. You have wisdom indeed.
Why, thank you, sir. That's very kind. All right. So now the Insubris peoples only control ancient Milan. I've moved into Genoa here. I need to convert this to a Roman settlement, which we'll do in the next turn. But let's go ahead and end the turn. Oh. Did somebody level up?
We hunger for battle.
Somebody leveled up.
Yes. Ready for orders.
This guy leveled up. My agent down here. I'll go ahead and give this army additional movement range in case I ever need to call it up. So, let's see if there's anything we can do for... Nope, can't do anything for Spurious. Alright, let's end the turn. The Republic has expanded once again. Interesting battle for Genoa there. Similar to some of the other battles we fought. Nothing necessarily new, especially because it was a battle...
Shall we hack at each other until our enemies can gorge
No.
themselves on
Nope, 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 nope. They wanted peace because they know they're dead.
We are much
Um,
alike.
interestingly-
and so, by the flame, there is much sense to a treaty between us.
Nova Carthago, New Carthage. They want a non-aggression pact. I will give it to them. Because again, I'm not messing with either of the Carthaginian factions right now. Decimus Petilius Paetus, my other veteran leveled up. Okay, it looks like I lost some public order as a result of charging people for that freaking dolphin. I think that was in the last video, if you remember that happening. So that annoyed them. They didn't like. Well, you can see it right here. However, the province's reputation suffered as people complained about having to pay to see a gift from the gods. You know, I can relate to that. That's not really cool to do that. I was trying to be a little capitalistic there, and it backfired. Let's see. The docks are finished in Lilibium. Spurious is unsure about the underworld, and Lucius Numerius Pulcher is foul-mouthed, so they've gained some traits. What does unsure about the underworld do? Interesting. I don't know what that does. So apparently he's kind of become an atheistic person, and that's not necessarily a good thing. Maybe that's what's happening. I don't know. Alright, so here's this force. I'm going to go ahead and move them up. I'll move them at a standard speed. I'm going to go ahead and move them all the way here at a fast speed, which is a bit of a risk because if these guys were to come in and attack it, they could really decimate it. But I don't think they're going to march right past this area. They don't have the ability to, actually, because my armies are in the way. You can see that red border right there. That shows where they can and can't move. And notice the mountain right here is blocking them. So no, they're safe. They would have to come through here, which they're not likely to try to do. That would be really sneaky, and I would kick their butts. It would actually be a bad tactical move, because they would leave Milan undefended. I could completely destroy their remaining army, and then I can move in and take Milan pretty effectively. Plus, to tell you the truth, I'm confident that even if I was ambushed, I could probably recover from the ambush and not completely lose that army if it was ambushed. So, just in case that wasn't clear, these guys are in rapid march stage. I put them in rapid march so they could come all the way from Rome to here. Otherwise, they would have only been able to go to about here. So, since they're in rapid march and they have that little tornado going around them, that means that any army within the next turn that attacks them will ambush them and be able to gain the element of surprise and attack them from all sides. I think that happened at one point in the campaign earlier, so you might have seen that. Let's see here. I'm going to wreck their baggage train again because I'm a jerk.
Mischief and mayhem. Succeeding is what I do.
Succeeding is what I do. Confidence. Confidence, confidence. Let's see. Syracuse. Looks like I can upgrade their mines. The mission is good. That'll help generate additional wealth. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and cut this episode here. and continue in the next with the attack as soon as these... Wait a minute. Yeah, I want to give these cavalry units that were damaged here a chance to fully replenish. So we're going to end this episode here and continue probably with an attack on Milan in the very next episode. Sorry, not Milan, Medlin, or Mediolanum. That's going to happen next. Hope you'll join me.